and welcome to another video in front of another V-dub. And John is knee deep in there, or at least hands, elbows deep inside this Mark 8 GTI here, because what we have going on is a turbo swap. So what we're doing is we're pulling out the perfectly good, perfectly functional OEM Mark 8 GTI turbocharger because we're going to be replacing it with the much improved Garrett PowerMax. Now, this Garrett PowerMax is of course Mark 8 GTI specific. It is the GT 2260S from Garrett. However, the internals are very familiar to us because the 2260 is the PowerMax for the Mark 7 vehicles, which we have done videos on and we're familiar with how they perform. Now, I expect that this Mark 8 variant of this turbocharger will perform very similarly to what it did on the EA888.3 Mark 7 car. And what we have here is obviously some differences in how it mounts. So it is still a twin scroll turbocharger. It mounts like this in the Mark 8 engine bay, just like it does in the Mark 7. It has a new looking diverter valve, and it has a bigger outlet to the exhaust that goes to the downpipe here. So the gasket here is Mark 8 specific. So a kit that comes on the Mark 7, too small of a gasket. The head to turbocharger gasket is the same, so the same twin scroll design that they've maintained on the Evo motor as well as the Dot 3. And otherwise, I expect that this turbocharger will provide about 450 wheel horsepower or thereabouts in terms of flow on ethanol, on E85. Now, on this bench, we have an IS38 from a Mark 7. Now, why it's interesting is that the IS38 from the Mark 7 is about the same size in terms of turbocharger sizing as what is coming out of that car. So the Mark 7R turbocharger is about the same size and the same power output, around the 400 wheel horsepower number when pushed, as the Garrett turbocharger that is OEM on the Mark 8 GTI. An excellent turbocharger that is capable of impressive numbers on the front wheel drive car, but Volkswagen has upsized things. And on the Mark 8R, the size of the OEM Mark 8R turbocharger is actually very similar to this upgraded GTI PowerMax turbo. So it's kind of funny that Volkswagen went ahead and put on a Garrett turbocharger that's about the same size as this IHI IS38 on the stock GTI, and then instead of using this, which I'm sure that Garrett had available for them, they decided to go with a Continental turbo that performs similarly to this on the Mark 8R. So then Garrett, when they did the PowerMax for the Mark 8R, they went with the GT 2563, which is a larger turbocharger than this, of course, because we want more performance. It's got bigger wheels, and it's just an overall bigger turbo. So that gives you a little bit of an introduction to the saga of Volkswagen turbos. I'm just very happy that Garrett has such well-matched upgrades for these cars, both the GTI and the R, and I expect very positive results from this guy in there once all the tuning and the installation is all said and done. So without further ado, let's get this puppy in there. Let's unleash the more potent OEM fuel system of the Mark 8, and let's make some jam. So the turbocharger is out of the car. John has done a really good job at getting it out. And you know, if you're familiar with getting a turbo out of a Mark 7, this is going to feel very familiar. Volkswagen has done and has made several changes, actually making things a little bit easier. So if you come in here, you'll see that these lines, the oil drain line and the coolant line didn't actually need to be removed. And here the union at the very top of the block here doesn't need to be removed as well. So there are some little details that actually make this job a little bit more straightforward than on a Mark 7 GTI. So good job Volkswagen for that, making your guys' job at home or in a shop a little bit easier. And here you can also see the upgraded PCV system that is a common retrofit on the Mark 7 cars. So now that the turbocharger is out, we can have a look at these in a little bit more detail. And I have an IS38 here from the Mark 7R, just to give you a frame of reference. So before we kind of look at this guy, let's look at the PMax, which, I mean, really for a street-driven car, it's a really good option. We know that this was a good option for the Mark 7. It continues to be a really great option for the Mark 8. So visually you can see that the AR of the exhaust housing is larger on this turbocharger on the PMax than versus a stock. So you're talking about, it's actually marked on the side of it. So it is a 0.52 AR and this one goes to a 0.64 AR. If you come in here and you have a look at the turbine wheels themselves, you will immediately see a difference in size. So the stock wheel seems very, very small compared to the upgraded PMax wheel. And this is also a good time to bring in what a Mark 7 IS38 looks like. So you can see that the Mark 7 IS38 actually has a fairly sizable turbine wheel, but you can also see that the design is slightly different. So this one has more curvature to its blades and perhaps a little bit less opening for flow. Now, another thing that you'll notice is that the opening here where the downpipe attaches is quite different between the Mark 7 being smaller and the Mark 8. So on the Mark 8s, the downpipes, the OEM downpipes flow significantly more than on the Mark 7s. So you can make some really great power keeping the OEM downpipe and all the emissions equipment intact on your Mark 8. So another great job to Volkswagen for recognizing the need for the better flow on the exhaust side and providing that. Other than that, let's flip this guy around and have a look at the compressor. So here we go. The turbochargers look very similar, both made, of course, by Garrett. So here you can see that you've got a much smaller compressor wheel, okay, than you do on the PMax. That makes sense. Of course, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blades on the upgraded PMax turbo, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like 5. They're the double blades on the OEM turbo. So there is definitely a design difference. Another thing that you'll also notice is that the PMax actually has a port for a speed sensor. So if you want to run a speed sensor on this turbocharger, you can. This does not have it on the GTI, but the Golf R does have it stock. So again, an interesting difference there. And of course, if we flip this guy over, so you've got the bypass valve, same location, PMax and OEM, but also I wanted to point out the PCV port. So this is right here, the PCV port that is on the PMax as well, but the PCV system is an upgrade on the Mark 8 cars. It is more efficient, and that's something that's been recognized and again retrofitted on the Mark 7 car. So I know we have a bunch of Mark 7 fans in our audience. This is part of that change that then you can tap into your turbo inlet on a Mark 7 turbo and get some of that benefit of retrofitting a Mark 8 PCV. Okay, so hopefully this gives you guys a nice overview. The turbocharger, if you buy it from us, of course, it comes with everything ready to go on it. There are a couple of gaskets that are needed, mainly the downpipe gasket, and there's a few O-rings that you need, but otherwise it is a fairly complete kit. With the actuator, you don't need to adjust anything on it. It's pre-adjusted with the bypass valve already built in. No turbo muffler, so notice a turbo muffler on the OEM one to reduce noise. Nothing like that on this upgraded unit. You'll get a little bit more sound out of it. Everyone loves a little bit of induction sound. So excited to get this on Zach's car here. This has been a nice overview of the turbos. As always, if you're thinking of upgrading your car, give us a shout. We'll be more than happy to walk through the benefits of putting something like this on your car. I know that there's going to be other turbo choices on the market. We're even looking at some ourselves, but you know, as at the time of this video, this is really a good choice for an upgrade for your Mark 8, and I really do like the idea that it is made by the same people that make the OEM unit. This makes it a really nice OEM plus, and once it's all in the car, of course we're gonna have to work our magic and tune it, because that is a necessity. You cannot just slap on this turbo and expect the OEM tune to handle the upgraded turbocharger and the increased flow. So do plan for tuning, and we can definitely help you out with that, and we'll show you what that looks like when we have it all buttoned up.
Many months later.
Hello and welcome. Welcome to the Mark 8 GTI of Zach. And it's been a few months, and Zach has gotten his TCU unlocked and tuned. It's a Tunezilla tune. It's nice and solid TCU tune. So he's brought it back to us, and what we've done is we've touched up the pump gas tune that we had on this car previously, and we've also done E50. Still stock fuel system, and just to recap, the mods are a PMAX turbo, the COBB Accessport here for the ECU tuning with tuning by yours truly. We've got a downpipe and catback, we've got an intake and intercooler. So basically bolt-ons with a Garrett drop-in turbo, stock fueling, pump, and E50. Now before I walk you through the results, I want to show you how the car drives, and I'm going to try and capture this a little bit on the dyno here. Now, it's very wet outside. This is a front-wheel drive car, and when you're making this much juice, you're going to have traction issues, especially when it's this wet. But on the dyno, we'll have less of that, and I'll show you the response of the car. So we got it in sport here. We're going to go into manual. You can ignore the Christmas tree on the dash because, well, it's on the dyno and she is not happy. So we're just gonna slide it from third here into fourth, okay? So we're right about 3,000 RPM here. Let's just ease into boost here, okay? So you're gonna see the response. You can see the car lift. Here we go. All right, instant response. Look at that. We're not even, this thing spools, and I'll show you on the dyno shot. Sheets. Look at that. Just like, oh, yes. And you can see that the front end continues to stay lifted because it's just got so much torque and power all the way to redline. And now with a TCU tune, we are able to hold that power deeper. Oh, look at this accelerate. Loaded dyno. We're doing over 200 kilometers an hour just like that. It's a monster. Now, let's go over the results. I did say that we updated the tune, and we did update the tune slightly on pump gas already versus what we had previously. The TCU tuning certainly helped. We're no longer worried about slippage of the clutches or wear on those, so we're able to send it a little bit more. And on pump gas, as well as on ethanol. You can see that this turbo spools even to full torque, even before 3,000 RPM in fourth, and it just carries a nice flat torque curve. On pump gas, that torque curve peaks at about 415, but really kind of stays glued to about 400 foot-pounds to the wheels, and it starts dropping off at 5,000. And on ethanol, we bumped that up 50 more, and we're sitting at right about 450 foot-pounds with a bump to 459. That is a sweet spot for these E888 Evo engines. And of course, horsepower follows. On pump gas, we're just touching right around the 400 wheel, and with ethanol in place, we're able to run a little bit more aggressively and get to 439.99 horsepower, 440 horsepower. The power band is broad, the power band is good, and this is responsive. This is a really, really nice setup, and with the Evo motors versus the .3s and the Mark 7s, you have more fueling headroom. So you have the ability to run more ethanol and a bigger turbo without having to actually upgrade your fuel system, which is pretty sweet. So there you have it. Bolt-ons, PMAX, tuning, and you've got one monster of a GTI. And I do mean that quite literally, because this thing will blow its tires off for basically all legal speed limits. Should you want to do this to your car, we're more than happy to help. So we've now been working on these Mark 8 Evo platform engines for quite some time. We've refined calibrations, parts are coming in. Just as we make this video, MPI and Flex is starting to be available via Accutech. I'm sure the guys at COBB will follow with that, and we have some great tools. We have some great tools to help you enjoy what is already an excellent car in terms of drivetrain, in terms of engine. Yes, we're surrounded by screens, but don't look at those, just hold on and enjoy. Any questions? As always, let us know. Be happy to help. And until next time, cheers.